Hi everyone, my name is Hui and I'm a solution engineer from Celonis, the world market leader in process mining. And in today's demo, we're going to show you how Celonis can put AI to work in your operations across the organization to drive better business outcomes. We'll cover how easy it is to connect to your source systems and automatically make your data ready to use. Then we'll show you how Celonis can empower analysts to automatically identify root causes of process friction. Next, we'll show how Celonis can intelligently and automatically enhance processes, while alerting you service agents when this decision involves manual input. Lastly, we'll show you how to track results over time so that executive leadership can understand the ROI of improvement initiatives. When you engage with Celonis, the first thing is to connect to source systems. While admittedly not the most flashy piece of a product, it's important to see how easy it is for an analyst or a data engineer to get Celonis up and running. Other enterprise tools like BI take 4 to 6 months on average to implement. Celonis delivers value in 3 months or less on average, and is able to really enhance performance based on analysis outcomes. We can do this because of our App Store, which provides pre-built connectors for 80 plus processes across more than 35 source systems, such as SAP, Oracle, or Microsoft. This drastically reduces time to value and subject matter expertise necessary to get started. We would start by connecting to your data. In addition to the data connectors, the App Store also contains more than 375 pre-built analytical apps, 85 plus pre-configured enhancement actions, and more than 25 greater business objectives with KPIs to help deliver value as quickly as possible. So we just saw that an analyst or data engineer could easily download apps that take care of data connection, extraction, and transformation, while providing useful analysis out of the box. Now let's look at how a director of customer service and onboarding would use Celonis to drive better outcomes in their order to activation process. Let's now pretend I'm a director of customer service and onboarding, looking to optimize the performance of my order to activation process in terms of in-time activation, process costs, and customer satisfaction. We've selected a few process KPIs for each that give me an overview of our progress so that I can easily keep tabs on how we're doing, quickly drill down into any issues, and use this to inform my optimization strategy. Today, what catches my eye is that our late activation rate is 61%, way above our target of 20%. So next up, we're going to put our analyst hat on to figure out what friction points are causing this KPI to underperform and what we can do about them. In Celonis, we can easily see our team's process, exactly as it's occurring in our source systems, and identify areas where we should improve. Here we see our end-to-end order to activation process from receiving an order from a customer, internal processing, to passing it to the carrier, to activating the service, to starting the contract. This is the most common sequence of activities that I perform on an order. But what you can already learn here by only looking at this process variant is that there are multiple touch points with our customer service with experts that are costly, and that on average, the actual activation with a carrier is after the request activation date in the most frequent variant. But as we expand out, we can see further different variants that occur, such as service requests causing multiple invoice interactions, what we've already seen, customer data changes, and also customer churns happening. Now let's focus on understanding where friction points and how to improve them. We see that the most common root cause behind late activation is late external activation. This means that while we're processing orders and shipping hardware in a timely manner, our partners are not adhering to the agreed up activation date. We can see in the chart that this is particularly true for some carriers. For instance, StarTel and KNet, which have a very high late activation rate in comparison to the rest of the group. This is impacting over 120,000 customers and causing them to wait on average over 6 days to get activated. That has a serious impact on customer satisfaction and increased the risk to churn. In addition, it also leads to higher process costs due to customer service calls. Celonis can show us lots of friction points. But here we see the ones had the biggest impact on our outcomes. And now we know the causes of friction, we can act on them. Using these insights, Celonis provides an intelligent trigger that monitors all open orders for late activation, recommends next best actions, and directly automates to enhance our process. In Celonis, we call this a skill, a component that senses friction and executes actions to resolve that friction. It's like having the ability to know when something important is going wrong in your process and immediately resolve it in the optimal way. Isn't that a skill we'd all like to master? In this particular skill, Celonis detects that the planned activation date is passed and the activation confirmation from carrier has been received. Celonis then checks if a carrier has a generally high reliability score, and if yes, we can send them an email requesting the activation for the customer and trigger damage control measures, including issuing them a credit in SAP. If a carrier has a low reliability, the order is flagged to the services team for escalation to ensure a timely activation, in addition to the damage control measures. In the App Store, we offer a comprehensive library of pre-built skills. And if we don't have what you're looking for, new skills can be configured with just a few clicks. For our customer service agents, it can be really difficult for them to impact in-time activation, especially when the root cause is external. Let's see how Celonis can help them focus on the right priorities and guide them towards the process that will maximize in-time activation. Each service agent has an inbox of key action items that needs to be addressed across their responsibilities. We see multiple tasks among our in-time activation skill. In the task, we have all the information we need to understand the context of the orders and make the right decision. Once we decide, we can execute this recommendation with a single click. Ultimately, this allows us to intelligently leverage the power of automation. We are optimizing our process for in-time activation, which sometimes involves automation and other times requires human action. What we've just seen is how we can connect to our core systems, discover a friction point that was preventing us from achieving our goal of in-time activation, and implement a skill to resolve this friction. Switching gears, I'm now the Chief Operating Officer. I want to keep up to speed with our progress on our goals without getting too in the weeds. In the Transformation Center, I'm subscribed to KPIs like our average wait times, late activation rate, or external carrier performance. Let's focus on the late activation KPI. I get a weekly email that summarizes our progress relative to our goals. I can see that our in-time activation rate has been steadily climbing since we implemented this new skill. We can clearly identify that it leads to an over-improvement of our late activation rate. Now we see how we are able to use Celonis to optimize our operations toward better in-time activation. We are able to sense friction and root causes that negatively impact in-time activation, implement actions and automations that specifically address these challenges and monitor the results.